If climate change and anxiety, stress, fear about the world is stressing you out and making your nervous system feel so elevated and alarmed you hardly know what to do, this video is for you. I'm a psychic. I've been an environmentalist and nature lover my whole life, and I'm the author of Talk to the Trees. As a child, I was very deeply concerned. I didn't know about climate change at the time, but I knew about deforestation. I knew about pollution. I knew that the way people were treating the earth where I lived was not good. And I knew that if we kept on going down this path, things were going to be bad. 40 years later, here we are. Issues of climate change and pollution and humans' impact on the planet are increasing. Unfortunately, you and I, as individuals, it starts to feel like we don't have a lot of impact because the problems are so big. But here's how I want to help you. This is what I have to offer you that will make a noticeable difference that I think all of us need to start adopting. First off, back in maybe the 80s or maybe later, there was this phrase, think global, act local. So we're going to come back to that. But that's one of the things that is like an overlying idea that I want to share with you. So first thing, I want you to start developing a connection with the place that you live, the actual natural world, whatever that form is. I live in the foothills of the Appalachians. It's a temperate climate. It's humid in the summer. We have some forests. So right now I'm sitting on my back porch. I'm looking up at the trees. I try every day to get out, to engage with nature, whether it's working in my garden, taking a walk, looking at the sky, looking at the plants. This is also why I wrote Talk to the Trees, to give people a way, even if you work a super busy job with long hours and you don't have time to pop out to your local park or to check on your house plants, to have a moment of reading the book, connecting to trees, connecting to nature. The first thing I want you to do when you're connecting is just connect. Just connect to enjoy it for yourself, to enjoy being a part of this natural world, to enjoy that you're a human body, breathing oxygen, seeing the sunlight, seeing the sky, seeing the clouds, feeling whatever humidity you have in the air. Because your first home to take care of is your body, is yourself. Then when that is in either an okay state or moderately okay, you figure out what your level is of caring for yourself, nurturing and nourishing yourself first, because your body is your first home. Then second, what I extend that circle out to, your second home, is the natural environment and the people in it that you're around the most. So that inner circle. So your yard, if you have houseplants, if you have pets, if you have people you live with, that's your second layer. And then the third layer is your community, your region that you're in. Any way that you're wanting to enact change, because I feel like you probably have some internal drive, like, ooh, I need to enact change. Ooh, I need to do something. Simply me saying things like reduce your plastic consumption or, recycle more. Those, I feel, even though, yes, they are helpful, I don't feel like that's the kind of action that feels satisfying to you right now, because the problems are so big and some of those small actions don't feel like they're making an effect. The reason I want you to focus on yourself, your body is your first home, coming into the best state that you can, is you're going to have better ideas when you're in that state. You're going to have better ideas when you're in a state of nourishment, a state of you have your own sustainability, of being fed, of feeling better. Then you can have creative ideas that go beyond, maybe I should compost more, which if you're not composting is amazing. You and I and everyone else, in order to face these problems of the world that we're faced with, in order to address them and deal with them and take action, we're going to need to have creative thought like we've never had before. I don't think that's impossible. I think we're going to have to stretch. I think we're going to have to work together in new ways. I think we're going to have values that we're living out that are different than what we're living out now. And I think there's enough of us that we can have the change. We have billions of minds who could put their attention on the problem. We also have some people and organizations and structures and paradigms and beliefs that are being barriers to those. But I'm laughing. It's not funny, but I'm thinking these floods, these hurricanes, these fires. Sorry, chipmunk just ran across. I didn't know I had chipmunks in my yard. I mean, I kind of knew they were in the area, but I never see them in the backyard. I'm going to come back to the chipmunk perhaps in another video because I feel like it has a message for me or for us. Maybe I'll even share it for this video. I tried to record the chipmunk, but I was not successful. It ran away way too fast. We have so much creativity. We're using it directed in negative ways right now. I'm not judging you. I do it too. We get in these habits of worry, of scarcity, of doomsdaying. And one of the things that I return to again and again is we have the capability to create all the solutions we need, all the amazing things that we need. Are we going to create all of them? I don't know. Even though I'm a psychic and I want to help not just predict things, I want to help you create the future you want. And related to our larger world, we're co-creating this with a lot of other people. And what I think is happening that gets magnified and amplified again and again and again and again is so many people are not taking care of their first home or your second home. And I'm speaking in my definition. First home is your body, your own state of being in the world. And then your second home is your inner circle. If we could all do more effort to take care of ourselves, there would be less a feeling of depravity and scarcity from within that then you have to go soothe it and solve it and get those needs met outside in ways that might not be healthy. And who knows, maybe what I'm proposing is an even harder thing. Maybe what I'm proposing is healthy humans can create a healthy planet, and that unhealthy, unsustainable humans aren't going to create a sustainable solution to counteracting climate change. Except when I say it like that, I'm like, of course, healthy humans have to be the ones to create a healthy planet. And I don't just mean health like your blood pressure and do you eat vegetables. I mean, obviously that's a part of it, but I'm talking about this mental, emotional, internal, spiritual state of health and well-being. That's what I want you to address. That's what I want you to do something about. Start there, take care of yourself first, and then you'll have more energy, creativity, and capacity to help the world.